Hey everybody, this is a really quick video on how to make the imposter ring, the basic code imposter ring, and what's really cool about it and what's great about it. Now you already made all of the sounds of the basic code in class 1, right? This was mine from the class, we actually wrote numbers, right, to keep them in order. And then we put them on a ring. You can actually punch a hole and put them on a book ring or just a twist tie or something to hook them together, string, whatever you want. And this becomes your basic code, but now we're turning it into the basic code imposter ring. That means that we're going to take our imposters, all of those pictures that are the same sound as in the basic code, but they're drawn differently. Right? We have two B pictures for B. We don't say B. We just say it once. So that's an imposter. We have a K as an imposter that's two of these together. We have a D, right? D. One sound, two pictures, and so on. We can go through every single double. Remember, not every letter is a double, but every single double we can actually draw a picture for, like this. O, right? And right? And so we have these cards, and we can take these cards and slide them in behind their regular sound. So if I have my picture, which is two N's, it's the same sound, exact same sound as the basic code. So I'm going to go all over to the picture here, right there, and I'm going to punch a hole in the corner like this. And then I'm going to put this picture behind that picture, the basic code sound. So let me get that book ring open. Here we go. And I'm gonna, it's a tough one. Slide that in like so. Now, when I go through the ring, I see and right? Now, what's really fun about this is that we did a whole lot of sounds in this class that were imposter sounds, including today. We have like the AI is the picture. We can actually put the AI in with the marking that's inside the class. So if you look at what I posted online in the PowerPoint, you'll see little drawings, and those drawings help us to remember how the letters go together for one sound. So we're taking the basic code sounds, we're taking the imposter drawings for those basic code sounds, and we are adding them into our ring. That's the imposter ring. So if I were to take one of the sounds that we just did recently, this one right here, ol, right? What would that go after? It would be placed after the L picture, the O picture in the basic code. So when you go through the ring, you can go a, b, k, 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 k. There are lots of k, and you get the o, s, s, and your eyes are seeing the imposters with their regular picture. This is great for spelling, okay? Because when you hear the sound, you know the regular picture, the basic code picture is an S, but then you might say, oh, s, that's an S, that's two S's, that's S-E, that's C-E, and you go, oh, it could be one of those other spellings. This is a great way that we use in True North Reading, the Complete Mastery Reading and Spelling Program, how to remember all of the spellings for the imposters, the other ways to draw our basic code sounds. Once you've put all of the sounds that you know from this class, and remember, there are many, many more. Many, many more. So if you want to learn all these, they are available for you at True North Reading. Just email me. I'll tell you how to get a special code so you can save tons of money and get it for a really, really discounted price. But in there, you will do all the sounds, and you can use the ones that we learned in this class. There's no way we could have covered all the sounds in this class, but the ones that you do know from this class, you can add into your imposter ring and time yourself to see how fast you can go a, b, b, k, 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 d, d, e, f, and so on. Okay, that's the assignment. That's the basic code imposter ring, and it helps us for spelling know the alternate spellings, the other spellings for our basic code sounds.